welcome back to the Pantry Kitchen. I'm Catherine, and today we are bringing you an awesome Thanksgiving fall menu. So I'm going to show you 3 different sides that I'm going to bring to our Thanksgiving, and that will hopefully help you in producing your Thanksgiving meal this year. And you probably have noticed that we've kind of been a little bit MIA. Well, this summer has been crazy. I started a farmer's market and it took off and I had no time to film. And then my brother got married, so we were very, very involved with that, and that was so much fun. Despite all that's been going on this year, that was definitely the highlight of this year. And now we're back to October. We've got a little bit of time here and we've got lots of time going into the holiday season. So we're gonna bring you lots of holiday treats and meals and soup ideas. Everyone has been commenting, asking about my soup recipes, so we're gonna bring you those. And be sure to leave in the comments below anything that you wanna see coming up, and we'll be sure to get that filmed for you. So we're going to jump right in and we're going to start with my quick focaccia bread. So this one here, I'm using the local olive oil. It's the Cindy's blend. So it already has a bit of herbs, like a herb taste to it. You can just use plain olive oil here. That will work just great. Or if you have, a garlic olive oil, something like that that's scented, you can totally use that here. Whatever flavor you want to bring out, we're going to do like a rosemary garlic one. So this herb olive oil works great with that. So to start off, I've got 1 1/3 cup of warm water. You want it to be about a little bit warmer than body temperature, about 110 degrees. I'm going to do instant yeast here. We got 2 1/4 teaspoons going in there. So we are going to let this sit, let it proof and do its thing. In the meantime, I've got my flour, salt, and sugar. I'm going to pour in my olive oil. And then really it's just as simple as waiting for your yeast to activate, and then we'll put all this in and then we'll mix it up and you'll be on your way to fresh focaccia bread. Of course. Of course. Alright, now with our yeast in the bowl, we're ready to start mixing, and we're going to start at a low speed and then we're going to increase to medium. Up, and once it starts to pull away from the sides and get really smooth, that's when you know it's all done. So now I'm just going to turn it out on my bench. I'm going to just give it a few kneads to make it really nice and smooth. Oh yeah, the bowl is in the way. See what I mean? We're a little rusty. Got to get those nice shots for you. Alright, so once it's nice and smooth, I have a big oiled bowl here, just with some Pam spray, but you can use olive oil or whatever oil you have. Make it a nice ball. And if you want to check, it is very smooth right now, but this is what I learned in school. You just smack it, and if it semi leaves your handprint, then you're good to go. So you go oil it in your bowl, down, spin it around. And then I'm going to cover this with plastic very tight. I'm going to stick it in a warm spot for about 45 minutes to an hour. That's my microwave. Not turned on. It's just the warmest spot right now because the house is a little bit chilly now that we're entering in fall. So I'm going to stick it in there, and then I'll show you what it looks like before we bake it. And now while the focaccia is proofing, we're going to get started on our next side. So we're going to go ahead, I've already peeled all my sweet potatoes. We're making mashed sweet potatoes. I like to do these with a little bit of cinnamon and coconut sugar. If you don't have that, then you can use brown sugar. But with a savory dish like this and adding sugar, I don't like to add processed sugar, especially if you're enjoying it for your meal. So coconut sugar is a nice natural sugar, but it gives that brown sugar-like taste. So I've got about 6 medium ones in here. Make as many as you want. This recipe is very versatile. So if there's any extra right now before Thanksgiving, I'm just going to set them aside in the fridge and we'll have them throughout the week. But for a meal, I kind of average it about 1 sweet potato per person, and depending on how many other sides you have going on, that's like a good gauge. And then, I mean, everybody likes leftovers, especially mashed sweet potatoes. They are great the next day and they reheat really easily. So go ahead and peel those, and then we're going to cut them in small cubes, and then we're going to get them in water, start boiling so that they can get nice and tender and soft, so we can go ahead and mash them. Okay, ready? Do I have to hold them all? So you're going to cover the sweet potatoes with water, put on your stove top, and bring to a boil. Cover with a lid and cook until they're soft. Now that our dough has doubled in size, we're ready to portion it out, and then we're gonna let it proof one more time before we bake it. So I've just got my scale here. That's the bakery calling for more bread. A bit off this guy, and what I've got here is my glass pie dishes. So that's what I like to bake the focaccia in. I like to do 2 9-inch pans. You can totally make this in a large sheet pan, just don't portion it out and keep it as one. And then I'm just going to ball them up. This will give me more of a round loaf look. I really like the presentation of it, and it bakes really, really nice in the glass dishes. You can see how nice and smooth it is. I wish you could smell it because it already smells so good. So I'm just gonna give them a push down here, just to kind of fill out the dish. And then we're going to preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to set these on my oven with a lint-free kitchen towel covered over top and let them rise one more time before we put them in the oven. All right, for our third and final side today for your Thanksgiving meal is the classic salad. Now what we're gonna do today is bring it a little bit into fall. So I have a spring mix here, and then from the farmer's market, there's a local microgreen couple who grows them, and they're super, super sweet. So I ended up picking up some radish microgreens over the weekend, so I just threw those in there as well. I've got a pear, or you can use apple, is really, really great too, but I've got some pears to use up. Some thinly sliced sweet onion is going to go in there, some freshly grated parm, and this is my salad topper mix. So I brought this one into fall season as well with the cranberries, pumpkin seeds, pecans, and sunflower seeds. So that's a really nice addition to the top. And then we're going to do a simple herb and fig dressing. So let's get started. I'm just going to thinly slice up my pear to go in there. And this I'm just making for us today. You can make, obviously, like I said, as much salad as you want, depending on how many people you're having over for dinner. But it's just a couple of us today, and so I'm just making one for lunch today. But just to show you, you can make this along, like I said, with the sweet potatoes. All the sides can be catered towards how many people you have going to your event. So I'm just going to give these a rough They're a little bit too thick. I like nice thinly sliced onion in my salad. Okay, all that goes in there as well. And again, depending on what you like, if you like it really cheesy, add some more parm. If you like a lot of fruit in your salad, go ahead and add that. I'm going to add a sprinkle of our salad topper mix. And this is great going into even the Christmas season too, so you make a nice big jar of this and just combine all of those ingredients together, and then it's easy to throw on top of your salad. And it's a lot cheaper and easier to make yourself than buying it from the store. And a fresh sprinkle of parm right over the top. Now you can totally make your dressing in a mason jar ahead of time, but I like to just do it over my salad because then it's just as easy. But if you like to keep it on hand, you can totally make it beforehand, keep it in a mason jar, shake it up before you dress your salad, and away you go. So again, like I'm using in the focaccia, I'm using the Cindy's olive oil in the Cindy's blend flavor. Just a couple turns of that. And then I'm also from Cindy's using the fig white balsamic. So this adds a really nice sweet note and is really delicious. A little bit of that. And you're welcome to add regular balsamic too if you'd like. I'm going to keep it simple with just this today, and honestly sometimes the most simple ingredients make the best combinations, and it works very versatile with a lot of different salads that I make. So just gently toss that, and again, when you're prepping this, go ahead and you can put everything in here, the fruit, the salad topper mix, but don't go ahead and dress it until you're ready to serve it. Because you don't want it to get too soggy. You want it to stay nice and crisp. So go ahead, and that's why I said if you're making a big batch, you can pre-make your salad dressing, so then all the components are ready and then you just put it together. So before you serve it, always taste if it needs more salt or pepper. That's perfect. I'm not going to add anything. So now this is ready, our sweet potatoes are ready, and our bread's almost going to go in the oven, and then we'll have all of our sides to eat and enjoy with our turkey dinner. So I've just drizzled the focaccia with some olive oil. Again, I'm using the Cindy's blend, but if you just use regular olive oil, you can go ahead and drizzle that. I went ahead and poked some holes just with my fingers, just gives that classic focaccia look. And now I'm using some Maldon salt. It's like a nice chunky sea salt right on top. And my fresh parsley and rosemary from the garden is going to go right on top. And then this is going to go in a 400-degree oven for about 20 to 22 minutes until it's nice and golden brown. And I'll show you what it looks like when we're there. Our focaccia just came out of the oven. It's still warm, but this is the perfect time to serve it. Took about 22 minutes in a 400-degree oven. So this is something that you can easily pop in before you're ready to sit down, and then you have fresh, warm bread to serve for your Thanksgiving meal. We've got our mashed sweet potatoes, a little bit of coconut sugar for that sweetness, and a little bit of cinnamon, and our mixed green salad with the pears and the fig vinaigrette. These are going to be perfect for your weekend dinner with your family. I hope you like these and enjoy. I'm going to give our focaccia a try, and it is so soft. You'll see that it stays nice and soft. It's not a super, it gets kind of crusty on the outside, but the interior stays super, super soft. This is going to be your go-to recipe. It's so easy to put together, and all of these items are going to be super, super versatile for your Thanksgiving dinner, your Christmas dinner, your random Tuesday night dinner. They're really, really easy and simple to throw together. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and make sure you leave me a comment down below for what you want to see in the future. And we'll see you next week. Have a great day. Or should I do them like that? Should I throw them in the pot? because I'll be throwing them in there when they're chunks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Well, no, they're just gonna, it doesn't matter. Just
Okay.
do it.